On this episode of Negative Modifier, we'll be playing the game deltagreen. Deltagreen is a mature tabletop RPG that tackles various dark and unsettling themes and topics that some listeners may find traumatizing, harmful, or generally uncomfortable. Listener discretion is advised. Yeah, so you arrive at the ferry, and it's one of the more modern buildings on the island in some ways. Like, it's not new by any measure, but there's kind of like a, hey, we've kept it up to keep up with modern kind of boating safety regulations and stuff like that. And you pull up, and Sheriff Musaf looks at you. We're here. Want me to stay here or come in with you?
I need you to come in with me.
You know, it's with that. Okay.
As they're heading in, Spark will ask, where are the lockers?
Kind of looks you confused. They're right around the corner when you come in. There's kind of a waiting area, and then way on the opposite side of the room is a bunch of lockers.
Okay. I need you to talk to the person inside and just kind of, be there.
Oh, sure. That I can do.
Great. I appreciate it. So when we get inside, Spark will kind of break off to go to the lockers, make sure there are either no cameras or examine them to see if they're working. And then when she hears the sheriff talking, she'll take out some tools and just go pick the lock on 313.
So there is no locker 313. There are 20 lockers inside, give or take, type of thing. A couple of them are pretty badly damaged. You do notice that one of them has what sure looks like a triangle scratched into the face of it.
If I'd like to take a closer look, is there anything else like scratched in, or is it just a triangle?
Just a triangle.
Okay. Is it like a prominent triangle, or does it look like someone like discreetly tried to carve this in?
I mean, like, it's vandalism. Like, it's not subtle in any way, but kind of like mixed in with a bunch of other stickers and other just kind of like signs of neglected blends in type of thing. Like, it's not the only locker with some scratching defacing on it. Just of the lockers there, the one with the triangle on it.
Just the one that stands out. Yeah, I'll pick the lock.
So it's a combo lock. 3-digit combo.
313.
Lock pops open. Inside is what appears to be a journal of some type.
I will take the journal.
All right.
Is there anything else in there?
There is nothing else in the locker.
Stuff the journal in my jacket, close the locker, put the lock back on, head out, and as she's walking out, say, Sheriff, I'm ready.
He kind of like breaks off mid-conversation with who he was talking to. He's like, and that's why we have to fix the boats or something. I don't know. And like kind of like just awkwardly leaves behind you.
Once they get back in the car, Spark will take out the journal.
Sheriff kind of looks at you weird. The hell did you get that from?
I think it's Rebecca's.
Kind of like, it's like, well then, do you want some privacy while you read this? Should we go back to the station?
I think I'll just read it here, and if you want to peek over my shoulder, you can.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I'll crack it open and begin reading.
At quick glance, kind of looking through this, it's indeed a journal, and it's chronological across the span of, call it like 20, almost 30 years type of thing. The first page of this is the newest written page in the entire thing. Like, modern ink, looks more recent type of thing, like it's not like fully seeped in type of thing. And it simply reads, to whom it may concern, you are reading the journal of Rebecca Goldblatt, niece of Conrad Green, and I sure hope you're part of my uncle's organization. Jumping back to the island with Agent Saga and Agent Sanguine. You've made landfall. Shecky's kind of let you off. You're a little bit damp for stepping out into the water and going up the slope.
Before disembarking, I'm going to try to cuff my pants as high as possible, take off my shoes and socks, and get out.
Sure.
Like, wet socks is the ultimate buzzkill for anything, and I'm not about to let that happen. I will do the same.
Maybe get a little bit wet, but not too bad type of thing. You kind of go up the slope.
After putting back on my shoes, yes.
All right. Getting up is relatively easy. The incline's not too bad. As you kind of come up over the edge, both of you give me a search.
That is an 85% out of 55% failure.
That is a 90 out of a 64% failure.
This place is weird. So as you've been told, the kind of like island just ends at the top of this rise. And as you're looking out, like you have like maybe call it 10, 15 feet or so to kind of walk around the outside of this thing. But yeah, it's like someone just took the center of this island and pushed it down crater style. It's almost perfectly circular inside of it type of thing. Outer edge of the island, not so much, but like the center of this thing is almost a perfect circle to this drops straight down. And the water that's collected inside of it is this like thick, black sludge looking stuff that has like varying striations and lines and kind of waves of other kind of various degrees of the color black throughout it. Give me an alertness.
Oh boy.
5% success out of 31.
Oh, 19 out of 21% success.
So you hear two things. One of them is like the small sound of like a mechanized pump or something running, you'd guess, kind of on the opposite side of this whole kind of crater situation from where you are. The other sound is what can best be described as just screams, faraway screams that could best be described as the sounds of people getting dragged down into a sinkhole in the center of an island. Give me a sand check.
Here we go. That is an 87 out of 42% failure.
I got a 27 out of 68% success.
All right. If you passed, you only take 1 point of sand damage. If you failed, give me 1d4 sand damage. Also, feel free to offload if you want.
I rolled a 1. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and roll this off on my wife, Colette.
All right.
Just because she's in Hawaii. She's absolutely not experiencing this, and I have to. So, fuck her.
You're cold, it's damp, it's gray. She's off in sunny, beautiful, wonderful Hawaii. Makes total sense.
Do I have to roll that?
1d4.
Of fucking course I roll a full 4. Oh, good lord. Okay, cool. That absolutely drains half of all my willpower, but you know what? No, it's totally worth it. Because I don't hate my wife, but I hate her.
Yeah. She's in Hawaii. You're on a goddamn island in the middle of a Great Lake freezing. You've been driven out to this place by a weird pirate boat captain. You're standing next to a dilapidated lighthouse over a weird pit of super gross blackish water. And you swear you hear the sound of screams on the wind. Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. I'd be mad too. Are you offloading Agent Saga, or are you just going to take it?
I'm trying to decide.
Only 1 point of sand damage.
I'll take it.
All right. Yeah, so now that you're kind of aware of your surroundings, the lighthouse is off to your right, kind of going around the top of this thing. There is that sound of kind of like a pump or something mechanical off on the opposite side. Now that you're looking at it, there does appear to be kind of like a small dock and some stairs or kind of like a ladder type situation that comes down along that edge into kind of the crater. But you'd have to walk around kind of the top of this thing. What do you do?
Do you hear the screams?
What screams? They're obviously seagulls.
Did you hear screaming?
I heard something.
Yeah, sorry. It might just have been a sharp pain. I'm not 100% certain. There is another noise. It sounds a little mechanical, like a pump.
Did hear something. Really wish the full team was here. It is what it is.
It is what it is. How about we treat the island like a room while I would like to maybe investigate the other side? Maybe we should make sure that the lighthouse is not occupied.
I think this is a good idea.
Right, so we're going to the lighthouse?
Yes. How far away is the lighthouse?
That's about a quick jaunt away. Give it probably like a 2-3 minute walk tops.
Cool. Before I head to the lighthouse, I would like to yell out to Captain Yoder, "Hey, we're going to go check out the lighthouse. You'll still be here?"
I'll still be here.
Thank you. And I make my way towards the lighthouse.
All right. So as you approach the lighthouse, it's both in better and worse shape than you'd expect it to be. It's definitely old. It's definitely kind of showing its age. There's definitely kind of parts of it missing. But it's managed to kind of survive the winds and the rain and the winter and the being on a Great Lake surprisingly well. And there is kind of at ground level, the main entrance does appear to be a large kind of vintage wood door. It is closed.
Huh.
What do you do?
There's just a wooden door. No, nothing else on the outside that stands out currently.
Nothing obvious, no.
Okay. Is there like a knob on the door, or is it like one of those weird like push situations? Like, I don't know if I caught that, but
I mean, there's a knob. Yeah, it's a kind of
Okay.
old school style, like big, heavy wooden door.
okay, cool. I look over at the thing when I go, I'm gonna have to touch this thing. So, you ready?
Yeah. I guess we are. Did we take a perimeter of the lighthouse?
You did not really.
Let's do a quick perimeter just to see whether or not this is the only entrance. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, let's do that. And if we can avoid having to actually.
We're going to have to at some point in time. But at the same time, at least let's just make sure that we're just not walking straight into something. I don't know.
Give me a search.
Searching the perimeter of this lighthouse. Or 31 out of 55% success.
40 out of 64 success.
All right, so how are you going about searching this thing? Kind of walking around appraising it or what?
I would like to walk around. I'm primarily looking up to see if there's any kind of windows or if I can see in through any other means. I've never been to a lighthouse, so I don't exactly know what.
Fair enough. So yeah, a lighthouse typically is kind of like a cylindrical building. It's a tall building. It's basically it's typically kind of like a main little house structure at the bottom, and then the tower, and then at the top is where the light would be in this kind of like little steeple type situation. The light is the main selling point. Obviously, it spins around. It's supposed to have kind of 360-degree view around it. It makes sense that it's in this case, it would probably have a shield that would block off shining at the island by accident. But yeah, this one's kind of interesting where like some of the construction definitely kind of goes down below the high water mark. Like it's definitely built up and stuff. Like maybe there's a basement to this thing. Maybe there isn't. It wouldn't make sense for there to be a basement because it's so close to the water. But at the same time, maybe it flooded. It was built when the island had stuff on it after all type of situation. So perhaps the typography has changed. But as you're searching around, you do notice that kind of like down at the point that would be below the high water mark, if the kind of the tides came up, there is a brick that looks different from the others. Like it doesn't have the same amount of moss and kind of scum growing on it. It kind of like doesn't stand out, but like since you're looking around and kind of looking for details, it definitely appears to be different.
Is it reachable?
Oh yeah, very reachable.
Saga, I think I found something. Do you see that little brick over there?
I take a look at it and I go, yeah, no, this is definitely out of the ordinary. Does it look like it's pushable or pullable? Like, what is the kind of like, does it sit snugly in place or like?
Pullable's probably the better bet. You could definitely get a grip on this if you wanted to.
Okay. Pull at the same time on through?
How big is the brick? Is it just like a brick?
It's a brick. Like you can, like one of you can get a hand on it at most.
I would like to just kind of pull the brick.
I figured if we're gonna go in, both of us will do it at the same time. So I'll grab one side and second can grab the other, and we'll just pull it together. It's not heavy or whatever, but it's just like, if we're in it, we're both in it.
If it helps you just kind of process what we're doing, I'm absolutely here to help you adjust.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just, we're in it. So, all right, on 3.
Give me a strength.
A strength? That is a 19 out of 55% success.
That is a 56 out of a 75% success.
So which one of you was grabbing it? Which one of you was, I guess, pulling the other one?
I thought we were simultaneously pulling.
It's not big enough for you to both get a hand on it. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll be the one who grabbed it then.
All right. So good news. The brick does move with you. And it kind of comes out, and it comes out with like kind of a bit of more force than you expect. You kind of fall over into the water some, and it's cold and gross and everything's kind of nasty. And inside of the now little opening, you see something metal.
Like it shines metal, or is it just like I just noticed there's like a metallic looking object in there? Like
Metallic looking object.
okay. Well, after I'm trying to adjust myself, considering I just fell in some water there, I look over to Sang and I go, "There's something in that hole there. Do you mind while I get myself situated here?" God, I hate being wet.
Yeah, what in the world is this? And I go to inspect it. Quick question, is the hole that is left in the thing, like, does it go all the way through, or is it just like a little recess?
You can't quite tell. So it definitely kind of goes into the wall some, like it goes past the wall, but the metal thing is definitely blocking it.
I reach for the metal thing.
Do you grab the metal thing?
I grab the metal thing.
Do you pull the metal thing out?
I take ye flask.
All right, give me an alertness.
That is a 90% failure.
Jumping back to Agent Spark for a second.
You dick.
Uh-oh.
So this kind of front page that you were kind of reading through on this thing says, as I mentioned, my name is Rebecca Goldblatt, et cetera, et cetera. If you're reading this, I am probably dead. I hope you're with my uncle's organization, et cetera, et cetera. It goes on to heavily imply that she is maybe not clear on what deltagreen is, but like her uncle was definitely involved in something covert that seemed to handle the supernatural. And it mentions that she took over her uncle's kind of ongoing operation, which was the containment of the whatever the hell was happening on Silent. She never really managed to figure it out, but she mentioned that like on her deathbed, her uncle stressed on her that she had to go and destroy this goat statue that this town builds every single goddamn year, or something horrible would happen. As you're kind of flipping through this book, it mentions that she has a stash of gear and equipment out on the small island in the lighthouse, and that there are booby traps. It mentions that if you go around the side of the lighthouse, there's a rock to pull out with a kind of lockbox inside of it that contains the equipment to disarm the claymores inside the lighthouse that she set up to make sure no one found her stash, and that the box itself is also booby trapped.
Fuck.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well. Is the sheriff like reading over my shoulder?
He is very deliberately like staring dead ahead, ignoring all of this.
Hey, that's interesting. Do you have any cell service?
Sheriff kind of looks at you. It's spotty at best. If we go back to the sheriff's office, you might have a better chance. We have a booster back there.
Let's make our way over. I'm going to try to make a call. I'm going to try to call Sanguine.
All right, so you get there. You have service, or you have full signal type of thing. You make the call.
I make the call.
You calling Sanguine, or you calling Saga?
I'll flip a coin. I don't think that Spark has a particular favorite. 1 and 2 is Sanguine. 3 and 4 is Saga. Calling Saga.
All right, so let's paint the scene. Saga, you are kind of, I'm assuming you've gotten up off the ground kind of from being wet and stuff like that and knocked over.
Yeah.
Sanguine's arm is inside of this brick opening type of thing, grabbing at something. And your phone starts to kind of wetly ring a little bit. What do you do?
I guess now that I've kind of gotten myself up, I'm going to go ahead and look for my phone. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my phone. And is it ringing, or is like a text message came in?
Did you text them, or did you call them, Spark?
Call.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and I'll pick up the call. Hello?
Hey, be careful on the island. It's booby trapped.
Wait, what?
Yeah. The island's booby trapped. There's also a stash there, but it's also booby trapped.
Can you describe this stash that's booby trap, just out of curiosity? Because we're in the middle of trying to get into the lighthouse and we just pulled a brick and there's a metal object. Is that a booby trap? Should I be aware of that?
I would be careful.
I start waving frantically, like the Sanguine, like. Ugh.
I'm still reaching my arm in, trying to grab this thing, looking at Saga. What?
Stop.
Oh, okay.
1 second.
Oh, hey, you have service?
I thought I lost service, but apparently here on the island it's fine here. But when we were through the fog, it was an issue. Hold on.
You speak.
Hold on.
Tell.
But more importantly, stop.
Okay.
This place is booby trapped, apparently.
Oh, what?
Again, please focus. Look at me.
I have my arm in a hole. I am a surgeon.
I am aware.
Yeah, Sanguine, give me a sand check with your arm in a hole.
38 out of 42% success.
So you don't panic. Give me a dexterity check.
That is a 49 out of 55 success.
If you would like to gingerly remove your hand, you can. Or you can try and gingerly remove the box from inside.
I would like to gingerly remove my hand and reassess the situation. Because now that I know, I'm good. After removing my hand, I would like to pull out my flashlight and look inside the hole and study it.
All right, give me an alertness.
That is a 72% failure. I really would like for you to say something.
Okay.
Give me a dodge.
Uh-oh.
This whole time I was saying stop.
That is an 11% critical out of 34%.
All right. I will give it to you on that one. So that is a critical. So you see a second metal thing in the hole. It is a hand grenade. You, in a split second, you manage to kind of throw yourself away from this kind of like lighthouse base as just the entire side of it explodes out as the grenade goes off. You get pelted with rocks and debris. Both of you take 1d4 points of damage. It's just kind of like small chunks of rock and stuff are thrown at you at high force.
Oh,
I take 2.
I took 4.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, yeah, some bricks got thrown at you. You narrowly dodged an explosion.
Well, after getting pelted with bricks, I get knocked back onto the ground. And okay, does it knock me out since it was 4 hits, or am I like just kind of like knocked down to the ground?
I'll go with stunned.
Okay.
I assume I like hear an explosion. And then,
Oh yeah, there's
phone...
definitely like an explosion sound off in the distance.
Does the phone like fly out of his hand into the water?
We are getting to that. All right. Agent Saga, give me a luck to see if you manage to hold on to your phone.
18 out of 50 success.
All right, so you go down, like some big chunk of rock hits you and knocks you down into the water. You manage to keep your hand on your phone. On the opposite side of the spark, you're hearing explosion. Stuff flying everywhere. You also hear explosion off in the distance. You hear something hit the water hard. Maybe you kind of hear the sound of something like underwater as Saga keeps holding on to it. Sanguine, you've managed to kind of like throw yourself to the side. You still got hit some, but you weren't like in the direct path of the explosion.
Okay, so like I went off to the side, but the explosion was enough where like Saga got bricked.
Yep. You got bricked too, but not as bad.
Okay, well, in that case, my first instinct after kind of recuperating is to check myself, to head over to Saga and administer first aid that if he needs it.
Does the first aid do anything to help out with my hit points by any chance?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
All right, cool. May I roll first aid?
Yep.
That is a 14% success out of 61.
All right, so Sanguine, let's see a 1d4 to see how much health Saga gets to recover.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. I rolled a 4, so I am helping Saga back in. Oh, thank God. It's a head wound. It looks a lot worse than it actually is. Just hold up. Let me just apply some pressure, and you should be good. How are you feeling? Do you see any stars? Does anything seem hazy? Do you have a concussion? You took a pretty bad fall right there.
I don't see stars, but sure shit. Okay. Hold up, wait, shit, phone. And like in the moment of trying to like figure out, I'm like, oh, did I drop the phone?
No, it's in your hand.
Okay, thank God. I check and see if the phone call's still active, and if the phone's okay, because obviously with the whole situation, like I don't know if the phone got hit in the process.
It's a little cracked, but it seems to still be functional.
Okay. All right. Spark, can you hear me?
Okay. You're alive.
Yeah, we're alive. My next question was going to be, do you know anything about disarming the booby traps? But I think we got ahead of the curve on one of them.
One of them, yeah, but the island is booby-trapped. I can tell you where there are supplies for disarming the claymores set up around here.
Upon hearing the island is booby-trapped and claymores, my eyes widen. Hold on. I just got hit with a ton of bricks, so I think I heard this wrong. I just need to confirm you just said the island is booby-trapped.
The island is booby-trapped?
Yes, the island is booby-trapped. There is gear. I'll tell you where to disarm the claymores, but you have to find them to disarm them. So watch your step.
So, point of clarity, claymores are in the lighthouse.
They're specifically in the lighthouse.
Okay.
And the instructions to disarm the claymore were in a small box hidden behind a brick at the base of the lighthouse below the high water mark.
Yeah, there is instructions for disarming the claymores, but you need to search around the lighthouse, and there's a brick you can move, and inside will be a lockbox, but that's also booby-trapped.
Oh, well, the good news is we found the brick, and we found the booby trap that had the metal box, I think you're referring to, that has details on how to disarm things. So we're getting there. We took a wrong step, but we're close.
Great. I'd also like you to consider how you might burn down that goat.
Burn down the goat?
Yes.
Okay. Oh God, give me a second. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me worry about this. Okay. Where is the goat in like relation to where we are at the lighthouse right now?
So that's the weird thing. Now that you're on kind of this side of everything, you realize that the goat is aimed almost exactly at the center of the pit. It's on the opposite island. Like you have around the small island, there's a kind of gap between the two that would have to have a bridge crossing or something that would be not so far you couldn't swim it, but like given the currents and stuff might be dangerous. But like now that you're on the small island, you realize that like looking back at the big island through the kind of haze and the fog and stuff like that, the entire kind of quote downtown area almost makes like a V or arrow shape that points at the small island, and the goat and that large intricate bell that you heard the previous night are kind of almost aimed in a straight line at the pit.
So trying to piece all this together to go, okay. We'll look towards the whole goat thing here in a second. I just need to make sure Sanguine and I are out of immediate danger with this lighthouse situation. Call you back in a sec. Also,
wait, hold up. Don't hang up. We don't know whether or not this call is going to continue. The reception's been spotty. You've literally the only other kind of information that I've received so far is the fact that you said the island is booby trapped. Can you put the Spark on speakerphone, please?
Yeah. So I'll flip Spark on speaker and I'll go, Spark, you're on speaker. Just to clarify, just the lighthouse is booby trapped, not the whole island, right?
According to what I've read.
Okay.
There's a lot of pages left. Yeah.
I haven't read everything, and also the person who wrote it is 70, so.
Okay. So,
first and foremost, how did you come across Gossip Girl's journal? Because, like, I nearly died right now with my hand. Like, we found a brick, and inside the brick was, like, a small hole with a small metal thing. I tried grabbing the metal thing, but then apparently Saga had told me to stop. When I pulled my arm out, there was a grenade.
Okay. Rebecca, she's friendly. She's really nice for leaving us this. And I believe that her uncle went by the last name Green.
Oh.
Yeah. He had a journal that was hidden away that I found.
Okay. That is a coincidence. That is quite a coincidence that would help out a very specific set of people who have a very mysterious agenda.
So upon hearing the word coincidence, I'm kind of looking in the general direction of where the main town would be. And then I kind of piece together the details that Charlie specified a second ago about like it forming like an arrow or like it pointing towards the, I guess the goat thing, whatever. And I go, there's too many coincidences here. And I kind of like pointed out to Sanguine, does this arrangement here, like the haziness, does this look interesting to you? Does it stand out in any way?
Oh, yeah. Spark, did Saga ever tell you that there is a layer of thick-ass fog beyond the island?
Are you okay?
No, yes, I'm okay. But there is a layer of thick-ass fog that is being held back by a bubble around the island.
So I attempt to take a photo and text the photo so like Spark can see what we see, our POV, if you will. And I send it over and like, I'm looking towards the town right now. What does this look like to you?
Do I get the text?
Yeah, you got the text. You're on the opposite side of the island, though, too, so you can't really see the same view.
But it looks foggy out there.
Yeah.
It's a clear day for me, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's not concerning at all. Look, it'd be great if you guys could hurry up. I have to go knocking on a cult compound, I guess. And it would be nice to have you guys, but it seems like you're going to be quite a ways out.
Yeah.
So I'll just bring the sheriff with me. If you don't hear from me, make sure you burn the goat before Christmas.
Okay.
Okay. So do we still need to go inside the lighthouse? Because like we haven't checked the hole yet. So I don't know if the box is going to be okay after it exploded. How important is the lighthouse now from what the book says?
It sounds like it's fairly important in there. So I would try to get in. In fact, I'll wait about 20 minutes. Give me a call back once you figured out how to get in.
Okay, you said you didn't finish the book yet, right?
Nope.
Okay, could you just real quick, before we go parading around a abandoned lighthouse that's booby-trapped, could you give us any more information about it?
I mean, the information about the booby traps are definitely inside that box.
Okay, I'm going to try to find this box then. Stay on the line, please. Give me like 5 minutes.
Okay.
How's the hole?
The hole could be better, but I will also say that like a lockbox just had a grenade go off next to it.
Okay, but it wasn't an incendiary grenade.
No, but the force probably did a number on the box.
But there's still a box.
There appears to be some jagged metal that at one point was a box, yes.
Okay, cool. Can I grab the box?
It's going to take some effort. You're going to have to kind of like spend some time pulling some bricks away to get to it, I think. And this will take some time. Like there's definitely a cave-in situation. Like this will not be a quick retrieval.
Okay, I would still like to try to get access to the box. Because hopefully there's some sort of shred of information. Because otherwise that just means that we have an entire claymored up lighthouse to get through. How long does it take for me to get to the box?
Give me a strength.
That is a 96% failure.
It's going to take a bit. There's a lot of cave-in, and like this was not a small explosion. It's a grenade, so it's not like it took out the entire side of the lighthouse or something, but like it did some damage. Like hypothetically, these lighthouse is now slightly structurally unsound. But jumping back to Spark for a second as you're kind of talking on the phone and Sheriff Musaf is looking at you and he goes, I'm sorry, I kind of need to go be sheriff now. I assume you heard it, but like there was an explosion that everyone could hear.
Yeah, I know. Just hold on and I'll come with you.
All right. I got to go at least act like I'm doing my job real quick.
All right. Is he almost done digging that out, Saga?
I'm struggling.
He's struggling some, but I don't know.
Okay. I'll call you guys back later, get it done. The sheriff's about to run off, and I don't think either of us should be alone at the moment. So
okay. Sounds good. Keep us posted.
If we don't talk on the phone again, we will meet up back at the sheriff's office.
Good.
Hey, Saga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to keep at this. I don't think that there's going to be another booby trap unless they are really thorough and they're going to want to blow up a corpse. But could you tell Yoder that we're alive?
Yeah, I'll look. How far is Yoder from where we are?
He's not there anymore.
Huh?
He's not there anymore.
Yoder is like gone, or like he took off, or
Yeah, give me an alertness even.
76 out of 21% failure.
Yeah, he's just gone.
The person gone, or is also the boat gone? Because like
It's gone too.
Sanguine. Yoder's gone.
What?
Yoder's gone. Look at where. Look. You see the boat anywhere?
God fucking damn it! What?
Give me a search.
Can I use my binoculars to see whether see where he's at?
I'll give you a +10 on that even.
Hell yeah!
I rolled an 86 out of 64 failure. No binoculars, of course.
It's hard to see in the fog.
Of course.
That is a 1 critical out of 55% or 65% modified.
So about, we'll call it 100 feet from the shore where you dropped it off, you see Shecky Yoder detaching some oars from the side of his boat and starting up the engine.
I yell out at him, Yoder, you absolute fuck! Where are you going?
I join in yelling, Yoder!
He kind of putters off.
Just takes off.
Yep.
Okay. Hold up. Okay. That man was recommended to us by the sheriff.
Fuck. You're right.
Call Spark back. Call Spark back.
I'm not calling. I'm texting because I think they're with the sheriff right now.
Okay.
Fuck. Okay. So I send a text message to Spark. Yoder abandoned us. Be careful.
And I head back to the brick pile and I double my efforts into trying to find any kind of assistance with that.
On behalf of all of us at Negative Modifier, thank you for listening, and we do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you are not already a subscriber, please consider becoming one, partially so you do not miss our next episode, but mostly because it helps new listeners find us. In addition to that, if you liked the episode, please consider clicking the thumbs up button below. If you'd like to further support the show, please consider joining us on Discord or becoming a Patreon patron.